TimberBorn, and we are going to try and fix all of our little issues that we've had in the last video so that we can hopefully end up with a successful colony and close out this series. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Basically, what I think we need to do is finish sorting our water supply issues out. I'm probably going to end up skipping some time because I want to get to another wet season, and you guys don't need to watch that, because one of the things that I want to do is we've managed to stop water coming out of we've pretty much managed to stop water coming out of here, but this didn't fill up quick enough for me. So what I would like to do is increase the capacity of this channel, because we don't really have a power issue. You know, in the grand scheme of things, we're pretty good for power. So I'm thinking that we want to widen this channel, which means we're going to lose a little bit of the farmland, and it's going to screw things up a bit, but I want to do that. I want to make it wider, not deeper, so that we can get water into here quicker. I'm going to make it the same depth but wider. I'm going to finish filling this area with water pumps. We are going to try and make enough bots so that all of the important jobs are being done by bots, so most of the beavers don't have to work. We'll go back to trying to concentrate on making the beavers happy. And I think that will be a good point to end things. So we've actually got 18,000 litres of water stored. We do have more storage capacity, so there is more that we can make use of. So let's think about what we need to do. I have a feeling that we are still short of mangroves in the food packing here, so we're going to need that to get addressed. We built our two little mangrove patches, so those are going to help a little bit, but the main thing is going to be keeping this area producing fruit and picking that fruit as quickly as possible. We have mangrove fruits in this district. We just need to get them into here. So one of the things that I want to check is, yes, we are importing mangroves. All of these are max. So we have 3 there and we have 1 here. And this is not quite maxed out. That could be a problem. We do not want to import food from here. We just want to import the... I'm going to leave something. We'll do soybeans just in case. But we don't want to be exporting the mangroves. We only want to be importing mangroves. That's right. We don't need berries. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. That will hopefully help, because we need to move the mangroves that are here into here. I think what we could do to help with that, and maybe we do it up here, is, in fact, we have one here, and we must, if we set that to obtain, then hopefully they'll bring the mangroves here and they'll go through here. Right, I'm waffling a lot. So we are short of bots in this district. How's this district looking? Hopefully, so we don't seem to have our power issue anymore. We have 17 spare bots. So I'm going to send those over to the other bot-based district. So we're going to send those to the industrial zone. And I'm just going to hit 20 and hopefully they'll cope okay. So, and what are we moving across this one? Water and logs and gears. Because we are still somewhat short of gears, so I can understand that. But, so how are we looking now? We're still 5 bots short. And then if we go over here, we are 8 bots short. And we have a lot of jobs that are being done by beavers. So that is something that I want to address. So we need more bot production capacity, and the place to do that is over here. We are short of heads. So, and that's probably because heads use gears. So the first thing I think we want to do is increase our gear production, and what I'm going to do is take power down here and across. So I am going to detonate these, and let's make that a high priority job. There we go. We're going to bring power under here, and then we can put another block of industry in. Let's just peek over here and make sure that we have some food over here. We do have plenty of food over here. We just don't have many of the packaged meals, and that's what I want to address. It's one of the things I want to address. So we have a lot of production capacity. We just don't have those mangrove fruits. So if I go over here, this is now fairly full of mangrove fruits. So hopefully they are bringing them in. And yep. So the mangrove fruits are coming through. So yep, they're just being used straight away. So come on beavers, hurry up, and we must have explosives in this district. Yeah, we do. We have 1,000 explosives in this district. So, yeah, basically I want to build a whole load more gear production. I also wanted to put in more district crossings, and we may do that by backfilling this area. So, because that uses different beavers, you can do that. Let's detonate that, or different bots rather than beavers, I guess. So what we're going to do, and I may have done more than I needed to actually, is we could use the universal power shafts, and then go there, and then go universal power shaft, and then put a path back over there and a platform. No, we don't need to put a platform over that. So hopefully that will work. Yeah, so my thought is maybe I can move the district crossings back here and just put a bunch of them across there once we've got a lot more bots. Step 1 is get a lot more bots. Everything over here looks okay. So I am expecting them to pump all of this water out. We have a reasonable reserve now that we can let through to hopefully keep these guys well hydrated. We did add in, and they are not attached to the stream gauge, so they should be, and it's 0.2, 1.1. So attach to stream gauge, and we want to pause when above 0.3 unpause and below 0.1, that'll do. And then we want to make sure it's a highest priority job, and then we want to do the same thing. So we want to pause when above 0.2 and then unpause when below 1.2-ish. So that will hopefully keep those hydrated. If it doesn't, we're going to put in even more. We do have some water over here, but we're just going to hang on to that basically. Right, let's go back over here and focus on this. And then what I wanted to do is put in, how are we doing for logs over here? We've got decent, we've got 700 logs. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. So wood, gear workshop, 1, 2, how are we doing for planks? We've got a lot of planks as well. 3, and then I'm going to put in a couple more plank workshops as well. We're going to make those all bots. Hopefully we will start to get on top of the production of gears, because that is causing us an issue. I'm going to change one of our limb factory to heads. And yeah, we're still so short of gears, which is just crazy, but I guess we're using a lot of them. Are we moving those mangroves across? We are, but maybe not as fast as I would like. So we are going to put a warehouse, a couple of warehouses here for mangrove fruits as well, and I'm going to set both of these to obtain. That means they will pull resources from other warehouses, and then hopefully they can be taken into here. So at the same time, I think we do want to increase the number of district crossings. That's not going to work. That would work, but that would limit us to doing 1 extra district crossing. The other thing is we could fill in that area, which I think we're going to do. And then we can run a path along here. And we can put in 1, 2 more district crossings. And then we can put a path there. And so we're going to need to significantly increase the number of bots. And once we've got the gears sorted, we are going to enable that. But that gives us 6 district crossing between the 2 main ones. So, you know, this is full of mangrove fruits. So the mangrove fruits are there. We just need to be getting them into this district to make the meal replacement. And the sooner we can do that, the better. We are now producing gears at a positive rate by the looks of it. So what I'm going to do is, I mean, that may sort out our problem in terms of production. We've got plenty of chassis and limbs, but I'm going to put in a couple more of the factories. I know in theory there's a, you know, a ratio of 2 factories to 3 bot parts, or 2 assemblers to 3 parts factories, but we've got parts stored up in places, so I'm just going to go all out on the assemblers, and if we need to, we can start making some more parts as well. Awesome. We have some more mangroves growing. These are so cool. I love these things. You know, they're storing a decent amount of power. It's dropping a bit, but the game's managing that now for us with turning these engines on and off. So we need to make sure those are set to bots. We still have bot production going on down here. We heads, limbs, heads. I guess they're just still making the parts because we do need a lot more bots. We do need a lot more bots. How are we looking up here for bot production? Again, it's heads. Heads and chassis are kind of tied. What I'm going to do is turn off importing, or I guess exporting gears, importing gears into this district, so that these guys can use their gears to make bots. So you can see all the engines have suddenly kicked on as the power is needed. Missing ingredients, missing logs. There are logs, so you just need to bring them over. We are slightly positive on gears, but not massively. So that's a thing. We are bringing in fruits now, and actually we are making meals, which is good. So then we have over here meal replacement. We are going to set this one to supply, and over here we have this one set to supply as well. So we are now getting meal replacement moving. So that was one of the first challenges that we had. The next is getting enough bots built, and so I am pondering whether we need a couple more bot part factories, just so we can kind of burst getting those bots built. And I'm going to do heads and limbs. We seem good on chassis, so we are. How are we doing for power in the grid? Let me click on something that's generating power. So supply is exceeding demand, which is awesome. How are we doing over here for water? We are good. Our new pool complex is in, which is kind of nice. I wanted to put in some other well-being-y stuff around it. Well, we can unlock something. Let's put a couple of benches in, and some shrubs. You know, just so it looks nice. And what's our welfare look like? Social life is really bad. Aesthetics needs improving. And fun still. So, but I think we can work on that as we reduce. They've pumped that pretty dry. They've pumped that pretty dry, but that's fine. We have 22,000 water stored, so I'm happy with that. Right, I was going to expand this channel, wasn't I? I think the way to do that is we can get up here. So we need to blast that out. We need to blast. Can they get on? I guess they're going to need to delete that and that. And we're going to need to blast that down one by the looks of it. Let's get that placed. I think we're getting close, actually. I think we're getting close. I was closer than I thought last time, as some of you may have said. So I thought this was going to be a bit of a monster episode, but we might be okay, actually. We might be okay. So I think we've sorted a lot of our food problem. So if I go in here now, these are actually running, which is good. You need to be set to bots. And these are running now. They're eating up the supplies super quick. hopefully that means we will make up our deficit and start to get positive on numbers of bots. Again, over here, we currently are exactly as we need. So we're a little short of heads again. So I'm going to change. I think I have 2 on limbs because I tended to run short on limbs. So we'll just boost the head production there. And let's go back to over here and let's detonate that. Is that the same level? It is. So we can now put back in. Let's do that. We can then put the path in so they can come and build that one once they've built these. And we can then start working on dynamiting stuff. Because that's fun. So what I'll do is I'll put another floodgate in here so that we can let water through. That's the plan. And while we're doing that, let's look at how we can fit in more water pumps. So we don't need that there. Actually we did, but hey. So triple height. So we want to go there. If we build all of that in, we'll see how many we can put in. Let's take a quick pause there. But so if we put some path along here, and then pumps, 1, 2. Oh, we could put one there, but we need the path, so that's okay. And then we actually do have a path across to there, so we could do something like that, and then fill in that bit, put in a few more pumps. So we've got now the 1, 2 that we added here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that we've added here. In theory, we could add some here as well, particularly if we detonated this strip out. So let's do that. I want to have an excessive amount, a stupid amount, a ridiculous amount of pumping capacity. So however you would like to describe it, that's what I want to have. Because that seems to be what we need. You know, we seem to need to be able to shift a lot of water into storage. So the beaver's happiness is going up, which is nice. We can probably knock down their working day a little bit. How are we doing over here? We now only have 15, a deficit of 15 beavers. We're still short of heads. We are producing gears, but not that many more than we're using. So this area's got a little messy. But we could put one more here. There we go. So we have now quite a lot of the packaged meals. So hopefully that means over here we have quite a lot of the packaged meals. Awesome. So that's our food sorted. The water seems pretty much sorted. So what industry do we still have over here? This is paused. And let me look. Coffee beans. Coffee is the coffee cup of it. We have lots of coffee, so that can go. I think these can now go because they're not actually producing anything. The paper mill can go. The printing press can go because it's not doing anything. We do need, I think, to sort books out for the beavers. I'm just going to connect this up for now. I want to kind of do this slowly, but not too quickly. However you want to think about it. We do need to hook those chargers up as well. So let's do that. If we're going to have a lot of bots running some of the stuff in here, we have not looked at moving these yet. We should do that. How many of them do we have? Workplaces, hauling post, hydroponic gardens. We have 12 of them. So we need to build 12 hydroponic gardens somewhere. And we can go vertical, obviously. So, food, hydroponic garden. Did we build some over here? Having a flashback, but no, we did not. Maybe that was in a different life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I'm guessing we need those 50-50 with mushrooms and algae. And I guess the other plus is if we're making those over here, we don't actually need to be importing them then, which is a bonus. We do have the processing for them over here, so it kind of makes sense. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build one set of stairs. It goes all the way up, and then we'll do paths. And hopefully I haven't cocked this up. Like I sometimes like to do. We'll see how that goes. Let's go into the jobs. We don't want global view. We want the industrial zone. H. They are attached. They are not attached to the industrial zone. I did a noob mistake. We want to do that. Now this should be attached to the industrial zone, and we can go down to industrial zone. Okay. Isn't connected to any district by paths. Because they've not built that yet. That would be why. If you could come build that, that would be lovely. Might just let them do this, and we'll come back to that. So that would sort out all of the hydroponics. Let's finish connecting up these because we have to do them one at a time. Yes, I am having flashbacks just like you to me forgetting doing bits like that before. But yeah, most of the industry is this little bit now, of which there is not a lot. So once we've got the hydroponics running and they have processed a little bit over here, we can think about shutting down the stuff in the other one. I guess we could look at switching over the ones that are connected up already. Let's just do all of them so that when they're built, they'll be working. That's probably more sensible. So I don't have to remember to come back. Alright, how are we doing for bots? We are 10 short now. We still have limbs. Yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing okay for bot parts. So that's good. Over here, we are doing okay. We have plenty of the meals now, and we have plenty of water. That's awesome. Let's make sure we don't need now to be importing the soybeans, so we can stop that. Awesome. Awesome. Let's detonate that. Let's put in some explosives there to get that down to the same level. Let's detonate that. Put explosives there. So I think we've got 1 or 2 more to do in there. We need to... I'm just going to delete them actually. We need to delete all of this. We need to move that farmhouse. Let's put it there. We're going to need to delete that. And we could probably start putting in dynamite along here. Awesome, that's done. Dynamite. We are good there, so I think we have a triple high floodgate there. Now we start blowing out all of that. Because I think it might be quicker for the other district to build that. We're going to do that. And then we'll have to do some over here. So we do need to be importing some dynamite. I'm going to set that to be dynamite. And I'm going to always import. So they can start bringing dynamite in. I am going to delete one of the bridges, and we are going to put a piece of dynamite there. As the path goes, we'll put in path so they can do that. And, go. Basically, we're going to need to make the bridge longer. But I'm not going to have the little path spur that I had. So that can go. And we can put dynamite along here. Yep, that works. No, I don't want to do that yet. Delete. I want to put path there and there, so I can make that. Have they brought dynamite in yet? They have. Awesome. That's all set. So let's detonate that. Then let's blow out all of that. So that's set. They're set to the same height, which is cool. you can come and do this, please. We can set dynamite along here. I'm guessing they might not be able to get to that. Yeah, looks like they can. So. Right, back over here. This is now running. It's going to take a bit of time to actually produce food. I missed a couple. There we go. And that will replace those. We have planks and gears over here. We have planks and gears over here, and we're using them for these. So I'm slightly tempted to hang on to them for now. We're only 10 jobs short over here, and we've just made 12. So let's migrate population. We'll move 10 over there. That leaves a little bit short here, but actually we don't need that. That'll be okay. Okay, that's joined to there. Right. Water is holding firm now because we have slightly less beavers, and we kind of made it so we could pump a lot. Right. How are we doing over here? Our gear and plank production is keeping up with everything that's working over here. We do have books. Are we bringing books? We are bringing books into here. We could do with more book storage, and I think we should build that over here. So I'm going to build them a medium-sized book storage. There we go. And then over here, we don't actually have any book storage, so we should probably fix that. And we can use some of these random spaces. So, because we can't actually put any buildings in these, and we don't need anything for, you know, happy stuff. So let's make some book storage, because I'm guessing our printing presses, that's explosives. Explosives. We do have printing presses, don't we? I'm sure you guys can. There we are. We do have printing presses. We have quite a lot of printing presses, so we can go over here, and I am quite comfortable to remove that. I think we will leave those for now. So if we now go into our job in District 1, we have a whole load of builders' huts. We can cut that down eventually. We have all of our pumps. We're going to go to all bots. That's going to be fun. We've got a couple of dirt excavators, engines, farmhouses. We'll switch to bots. Foresters will switch to bots. So we don't have a huge amount of industry left in here, which is kind of cool. But what we do need is just a lot more bots. A lot more bots. That's all in. That's going to be bad. Let's very quickly get that in, and then get our... Actually, we've only got a 1 high there anyway, so let's just very quickly delete that and get our 1 high floodgate in there. Muchos rapidos, pleaseos. I guess I decided that I would never need to have it lower than that. which sort of makes sense. Escaping. I bet some of this they can't get to, but we'll see. Detonate. Detonate. And we want to put another one in there, and then we'll put a bridge across. Let's move the stairs over one. Hate that they can't build off the side of stairs. It's so frustrating. So that's the water trapped again. How are we doing over here? We are still producing bots. It kind of looks like we're at the point where we might need another limb factory. But I'm not sure. We might just let them go with what they're doing. We are now in excess with the planks and stuff. We have almost produced some mushrooms. So that's cool. And I think we have algae. So we have algae being done. And I think we have mushrooms being fermented. So yeah, that'll be okay. We have 40 mushrooms there. We have 195 there. I think mushrooms are close to being done, which is cool. We can then get rid of those. I think we should build. How many number crunchers do we have in this district? Is it going to tell me? Because they're not jobs, are they? District 1. Let's have CD. No, it does not. So let's just zoom out. We have 2. So can we fit 2 more number crunchers over here? I bet we can fit them down here. We can. So we don't really need this path. So science number cruncher. Where do I go? There. And do a 3-way. High priority, and then do a number cruncher. And then we cannot fit one there, which is a bit annoying. Can we fit one if we kind of Jenga them together a bit? We can. Awesome. So let's do that. And that'll give us the 2 number crunchers that we need. We actually have a lot of science, so I'm just going to delete these. Delete those. And we're going to need to work on our charging for our bots. So I think probably what I'll do is stick for now, because I want to keep them working. We'll do something nice afterwards. I just want functional for now. To reduce them down to 12-hour days. I don't think I've ever had working days that low. Let's detonate that. I'll do that a few more times. Let's detonate that. And we need to do that once more, like that. Just trying to make it look even. Oh, we missed one. That needs to be detonated. Let's detonate all of that. Awesome. Let's high prioritize that and we can put this bridge in that we're missing. Yeah, I agree. So this is going to kind of suck, but I need to cut this. And detonate this down 2 and extend the bridge. So let's detonate that, and then we can do landscaping, suspension bridges, a 2x. There we go. Detonate that. There we go. I kind of feel like we can get rid of some of these builders' huts. We had kind of a lot. Let's power. And as we condense the number of jobs we have, we need less bots. So, you know, we're getting at our number of bots problem in 2 directions, which is good. I think in this district we'll just have bots doing water, forestry and farming and that kind of thing. So it's nice at the moment having the super fast production capacity. So let's just get them to build this place. I think you build dynamite. Well, you do, but they're not building it. They're doing this. They're placing it. There we go. Ready, go, boom. Delete the bridge. 2x bridge. There we go. So that'll be that done. That's that done. That'll be that done. And once we've got this bridge, hopefully we can blow all this out. And this. Let's pre-place this. There we go. And I am aiming to make this bot-based as well. What we're going to do is put in a water pump just there, because they are kind of low on water. They are hopefully... They are importing water, but awesome. So this would need 25 bots brought over. Which probably... How much dirt have we got? 1,000. We don't need those working. They are bots. Cool. So we're doing okay. We're doing okay. We need more chargers over here by the looks of it, which is pretty easy to solve, because what we can do is build that as a high priority and then put more across there. And we can probably put some along here. There we go. how are our mangroves? They are in need of being picked by bots, because someone forgot to put bots in that job. We do not actually have a gatherer there, so we'll put that there. Make that a bot. We've got our number crunchers, our extra number crunchers up and running. How are our food factories looking? Kohlrabies are the issue now. Do we have kohlrabies down here? We have 1,000 of them, so probably what we need to do is build a warehouse for those. So where can we stick? Why can't I build it there? Oh, because there's a thing there. Piece of land. We can address that. We have dynamite. So hopefully now they are going to come and take out these. And we can delete this path. And landscaping dynamite. There we go. Cool. They have their own water pump now. That'll hopefully sort out the fact they don't have water, because there's not that many of them. Detonate that. And then we can... I can't wait to see what happens when all of these water pumps start pumping. It's going to be ridiculous, I think, how quickly the water levels go up. Why do I not have a water pump on the end there either? There we go. That's a lot of water pumping capacity. And we've actually stayed at 20,000 water anyway, and it's almost the end of the drought, so I may have got carried away. So kohlrabies and obtain, and can we do the same down here? Actually, we could just switch one of these to kohlrabies. Are we now making... Yep, we have plenty of mushrooms. We have plenty of algae, so we can get rid of our hydroponics. They're going to have a whole lot of clearing up to do. And some of this is dried out, but I'm not worried about that. It's not a problem. That's been built now. Please come and take these freaking things out. Assume, yeah, they can get to them. They just, yeah, they have explosives. I guess we only probably have 2 beavers doing building over here. Yeah. That's probably it. So, you know, can't complain too much, actually. Well, I can, but I'm not going to. wouldn't be fair on them. So do we have any excess bots over here? We have 5, so let's migrate to was I know I was short 5. Oh well. They're still making bots, so that's okay. Yeah, they'll be okay. Plenty of trees over here. We didn't actually have to touch our big water reservoir, which is kind of cool. How are the mangroves looking? They have stayed hydrated, which is brilliant. And it looks like we're being pretty efficient at picking those. So pretty happy with that. Our happiness is now up to 53. It's good. So yeah, we're getting a lot of socialization in campfire, statues. We're getting a lot of fun. Why aren't we getting mud bathed? Prioritized by haulers, so okay, we'll have to keep an eye on that. We might need to build some more mud baths, and we've got space to do that, so that's not a problem. We can actually do them down here. We could sink them in. Actually, that might be kind of cool. Let's do that. Let's put in 2 mud baths there. I can't believe I'm nearly through this drought already. Pretty nuts. So they're still waiting on kohlrabis, which we have now. So they should be importing them. Yep. And this one. So there are 1,000 kohlrabis in the district, so it's just a case of moving them. So, but there are also 3,000 meals now, so we're okay, I think. That's all been placed, so that can be detonated. That's been placed, so that can be detonated. That can all be detonated, so that's good. We are very close, but not quite. I'm wondering about deleting these crops and then replanting them afterwards. So it's kohlrabi. I think we're going to do that. And, you know, just been saying about how we're short of kohlrabis, but what I'm going to do is put a path all the way down here and use the other district to do this, I think. I think that's going to be the much more efficient way of doing it. Landscaping, let's put a path across there. And start putting those in. And if I don't connect the path, they might be able to reach all the way along to actually place all this stuff. So I'm going to delete those 2 terraforming stations because I don't believe we need them now. We are through the drought, which is cool because we should start getting water through here fairly soon, which will push water into our new pumping area. And I think very quickly we're going to be at capacity on water. Right. There we go. If I go as far as there, no, they can't do that. So what I'm going to do is disconnect that. I can then build a path along here. Not sure why we're getting flooding, but I guess maybe it's just because there's a bit of a surge. So there we go. We are getting there now. As I said, much quicker, I think, with getting the other district to do it, because it has the kind of army of builders. And yeah, there we go. We have water flooding, not where I would want it actually. So we need to address that. I think we'll do that with a levee wall across. No. If we build a levee wall, unintended consequences and all that, anyone? You need to be able to get into there. So I think actually if we do it here, and they can get to that. So let's high prioritize all of that and see if that helps. How are they doing it over here? A few more bits to place. In fact, one more bit to place. 2 more bits to place, and that's our new channel prepped. Get these guys building this, because we basically need to catch this water. So I guess the other thing that we can do is if I put a path across there, we could also do it by lowering that as well. We'll do a two-pronged approach. Still got some vacancies, but it's okay. The water never really dropped that low, which is really nice. There we go. I think that sorted it. I think, yep, we're now containing all of the water in there. We can, not quite, we have one more piece of dynamite to build. Hopefully that's you. Power's flowing again. Water's not flowing yet, but actually we didn't have too many problems with water in anywhere important, which is awesome. This will hopefully start to refill, although we have this set quite high now, so we'll see how that does. If I put it to 6.5, we'll see what that looks like. Not sure how it's going to behave over the back here. We have 54 excess bots here. Okay, so let's send migrate population 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Drought warning already, but I think that's okay. Let's detonate those, and we can hopefully put in well-being. Where are them? There we go. There. Hopefully they'll use those. Right, so we have water coming in here now. We have water getting where it doesn't need to be, or where I don't want it, which is a bit annoying. So what we're going to have to do is create something similar here and do another levee wall like that, just to focus that water. And that's all done, so we can now delete that path. We can put that piece of path back. We can go into food. We can go to planting food. We can plant the kohlrabis that we had to destroy. Here we go. Hopefully these guys are moving kohlrabis out into where they're needed. So yeah, we've now got that double wide. Actually, we are putting through more water than we can pump out, which is kind of surprising. So what we need to start doing is changing some of these to bots. I know I could do it in the menu, but I want to do it this way. So, you know, deal with it. I want some control over which ones go to bots. But we are now at the point where we have an excess of bots, which is pretty cool. And hopefully now our crazy bot making capacity is going to allow us to replace all of the beavers that are working with bots, and then I can put them down to like a 1 hour workday or something, which I've never done before. Right, let's head around the map. So this needs to get water through it, but that'll be okay. I'm doing over here. I'm going to let them build up a bit of an excess before I shuffle more over. These guys need to catch up. I think we're nearly there. Got loads of food. We've got water. This is getting very full, which is cool. We never filled up this one, but I don't think that really matters as long as there is some water in it. So, because we may have an issue with trees drying out, but we'll see. We'll see how it works with getting water across here. Why don't you have power? Does power need to go in the bottom? Yeah, probably. Okay. So we don't need to go up. Actually, if we go up there, detonate that out, I can put one more in and then we'll do the power. So do that and that. We are up to 53 well-being, which is really cool. We detonate those, delete that, put path in. I know things are still a little bit industrial, but I think that's okay. Are there any easy wins? There's beautiful dams. And I think the easy win for the beautiful dam stuff is landscaping floodgate. I'm not even sure where that is. Levees and dam pieces. So I'm not sure if that's these. Or well-being. No, decoration maybe. Decoration blocks, wooden decoration blocks. Maybe it's these. I think it's these. So I'm going to be, very, very mindful of how I do this. And do something like that. And again, I'm going to do something similar over here. Actually, let's do that one, and we'll put it back against the wall there. We'll see if that boosts up their stuff. Right, so well-being, mud bath there, and then we're going to do universal power block. Let's see if that addresses that. What have we got laying about that we don't have storage for? I'm not sure. Just going to kind of let them work on that. Oh, we have water back through here now. Awesome. This is... The drought has started again. But we got up to 24,000 water, so I'm pretty pleased. Actually, we got to being full, which is pretty awesome. Now we're looking at over here. We've got 12 bots. 6 bots. So if I move N over, we can do a few more job swaps. I'm just going to play this now for a bit, I think, and do some shuffling around, and I'll come back. Welcome back. For you, it has been no time. For me, I've let the game run for quite a while. We've run through quite a few cycles. Basically, we got through the drought and we still had about 5,000 water left. We've got loads of food. We've got nearly full storage of the meal replacement. We got this working, which is cool. I've botized the High Plains farm. So I built some charging stations up here and we switched it all across to bots. So that's kind of cool. I built a bit more storage over here for the output of the farm, which again is quite cool. So I've tried to massively increase our bot production capacity. So I've got rid of all of the industry down here. We've just got charging and some power generation for the charging. We're up at we're alternating between sort of 62 and 63 well-being. It's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. And the drought's just ended, so we're just waiting for water to make its way through into here. Okay, so let's look at bot production capacity. Yeah. What I've done here is I built a couple more bot part factories behind the hydroponics, and then I built half another layer of bot part factories, and we're now running 7 assemblers over here. And that's basically churning out a lot of bots. And then over here, I was going to put a little farm in here because I was running short of some of the food, but actually that's equalized itself out. I've built some more plank and gear production because we were struggling with that, because I've built much more bot production over here. So what are we short of over here? We're short of heads. So to enable that, but yeah, so we've got 6. We've now got 4 more assemblers, and I think I built 2 more bot part factories. Looks like we could do with more bot part factories, but you know, it basically felt like I was just running the game to build bots at this point, which didn't feel like a whole lot of fun, to be honest. So yeah, we've got, it's not actually 70 beavers working because a bunch of them are in these, and these don't use beavers. So yeah, I think we're in a pretty good spot, to be honest. The water will jump back up pretty darn quick, so you know, that's good. It's not going to take very long at all. This is working really well. We're still generating a decent amount of power, not a huge amount, but a decent amount of power, and our power grid is holding strong considering how much I've added. Had to do a few things with juggling different food types, but that was kind of that. Yeah, just letting the water flow back in now. This is still pretty high. This did dry out a couple times, so I did have to put water back in here from that. You can see our part-time Lumberjacks and foresters are now replanting and stuff. Obviously, our demand for water is for wood is a lot lower now, which is kind of cool. Yeah, basically these guys are pumping out as much water as they can to restock us, and no concerns over that. I deleted some of the water pumps in here because this doesn't fill up enough to pump a lot of water. So yeah, this has been one of, if not definitely because I haven't done that many of them, the most insane colony I have ever built in TimberBorn. I've never really got to the point, and I kind of haven't really here, but we're close, where it would be nice if some water was coming out of here, but I guess we'll have to wait for that. I could just lower that down a little bit. There we go. I've never got to the point where I've had a colony which is fully automated. We're not there yet, but we are getting closer. So, you know, we're getting there, and it would have just been a case of time, and it felt like I was just running the game for the sake of running the game. You know, I just sort of every so often I was doing a little bit of water management, but not a lot. And yeah, you know, kind of like this, just kind of getting water moving around the map a bit. I could probably automated that as well, but didn't feel needed. I got rid of a bunch of the terraforming stuff. I kept a little bit, but I got rid of a bunch of it because, again, it didn't really feel like we needed it. You know, we are actually letting water out of there, which is, I don't really want to be doing that, but you know, so many pumps. It's so many pumps. Where do we have spare bots? Spare bots must be redeployed. There's a couple there. So yeah, I would have just ended up just having to build more bot production. I've got the space for it. We've got the resources for it. I just didn't see the point. So I could have gone around and maybe trimmed some jobs out. I've got rid of a lot of the builders' huts. You can see we've got a couple here that are just sat doing nothing, particularly in this district where, you know, we built a lot of capacity to build based on the insane projects we were doing, and I didn't need it anymore. So, you know, it's there we go. There's some water coming in there, so that's good. We just didn't need the capacity to rapidly build stuff that I originally created. We could easily reconstruct it, you know. We could easily I'm not sure why. It says we've got beaver vacancies because it's all the engines spread around the other two colonies. But yeah, I've really enjoyed playing this one. There's been some major frustrations, major frustrations. You know, we've had some big die-offs and we've recovered from them. We had one quite recently, actually. We lost a lot of beavers. But overall, yeah, it's been a real learning. I've never terraformed like I have on here. You know, we built this whole high plains area up to be one of our big farms. Actually, it ended up being our lifeline for water because we could short circuit the water after we built this thing. This thing was a real, you know, battle to get working and running the way that I wanted it. We did get there, but it was a battle. It was definitely a battle. It's not perfect. So there's a way of what's called folding water in TimberBorn, and I am not a master of water folding, so I didn't ever achieve that. Yeah, I would love to hear your. Oh, this is getting pretty full. So I think we're going to probably push this up and push this up to hold that water in. Yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts on if you've watched this series and what you thought of it. I'm not the best TimberBorn player. I just enjoy playing the game, you know, and hopefully that comes across in watching it. It's yeah. Where do we go next? So one of the reasons that I've tried to finish this series at this point is that I want to have a play with the water beaver mod. That's a new faction of beavers. It changes so much. It's really popular for people that aren't big fans of TimberBorn. So it's essentially going to feel like relearning the game, I think. And I'm really excited for that. So I think it's going to be a lot of frustration. It's so different. There's going to be a lot of frustration, I think, but also a lot of fun. So yeah. Let's get to daylight. We've actually got what feels like quite a long wet cycle, and as I say it, ping. But yeah, we've got a lot of power generation going on. I am going to pause the game so that I can get a nice thumbnail at the end. But yeah, I have enjoyed this a lot. What are we up to? We need about another 50 bots, which would probably take me another cycle or so. So yeah, I'm rambling. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. I hope you've enjoyed the series. If you have, click the like button. Any comments, questions, or suggestions, stick them below. I do have one question. For those of you that watch this regularly, I have another, and for those of you that just kind of suffer it, if you suffer it, why have you watched this long? I have another channel which has almost no content at the moment on it. I'm thinking of moving this across because it's not farm sim, and I know some of the farm sim people are really precious. They're probably not watching, so it doesn't matter. I had so many comments when I started doing this of, it's not farm sim, I don't want to see this. So that's why I'm saying it. I'm thinking of putting the videos on there, and probably what I'll do is make sure that I at least share a post of them when I do, for those of you that aren't. I'll put a link for that channel in the description, so you could 't go and subscribe. I think it has like 3 or less subscribers. I may just keep sticking them on this channel. I don't know. But yeah. I've had so much fun. Anyway, see you, folks.